From the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Cleveland Browns.
First Boswell set to kick off.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Now he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Let's go.
Once again, Judkins. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Browns in trouble to start play, 6-8 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And inside run with Judkins. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
One advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Come on. Hit. Cougar 19. Ready,
They'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Ready. 19, Tiger, 19. Ready.
A give up the middle, Judkins. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready? 70 line.
They'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
Ready? 18 card, go!
Judkins is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Lightning 18.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You look at this Browns defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set.
The slot man in motion right. 2nd and 9 now. He completes this to Walker. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. But now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. 36 yards on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Bronco 80.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Now back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the Browns are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they go to work on a first and goal.
Let's go. Let's go.
A give. Here's Jenkins. And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey. Cowboy 80.
Back to throw here. This one is complete to Jenkins. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up a third down and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Sly able to put this one through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they've moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Like 18 rattler.
Second and 11. That's going to be caught by Rivers. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a third down and 3.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
18 Cardinal. Mustang 19. Warriors 17.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it is caught. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18, Pioneer. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18. Ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding Walker complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit, and they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Get it. Cougar 19. Ready.
Straight ahead, Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Second and 9.
Rig alert! 70 Lions! Ready,
On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. The first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They're going to look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's their quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Seahawks 7. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they may just be content to take this three-point lead and head into the locker room. Now he's going to step up and run. This will be caught. Judy. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we see in the colleges delivered to the NFL. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
He'll look to throw. That's taken in. Isaiah Bond. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready, ready. Get it. Ready.
On first down, here's Judkins. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for him because is it going to win the game? No.
Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point now by Boswell. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Browns 10.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
60 by 6, 60 by 6.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Pulled in at the 24. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. Smith and Jigba in motion right. 2nd and 2. This is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Come on, set.
Walker is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will
touchdown run there from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Hawk 70, Hawk.
Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
19.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Checks it down to Judkins.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
70 Lions. 19 Lions.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
At the 33-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
On the handoff, this is Judkins. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fool them with the inside run.
And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First and
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Ready, set.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Set. 70 Timberwolves.
Sampson is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Y'all got to talk about taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. You better more Power Rangers. Also dangerous. Y'all talk about Rangers. Don't contemplate.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Dragon 60.
the
Let's go.
Browns will line up for the 2-point
60
conversion.
Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Bronco 80. Let's go.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
And now an audible here into something else.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Open man is Bonner, the tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Cowboy 80.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
Okay, ready?
A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Ready? Let go.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, We're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
Cougar 19.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Set. Wrap up 19 Lions. Buffalo 18. Viking 18. Ready.
And Walker once more.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
At the Browns' 38-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
70 Lions. Ready.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st.
70 Timberwolves. 18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw here.
He'll try to do it himself. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and that should just about do it.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Go.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team